So I was on the internet, similar to TJ, like an online forum. I forget what the forum. I think it was just like a poetry or writing. I think it was a creative writing forum. That's what it was. And so me and some girls started talking on there, like, "Oh, I really like your writing and stuff." I'm like, "Okay, this is cool." Like, actually, not really thinking much of it. Just like, just some person on the internet. You don't really expect to meet these people in real life. It's just they're random people you're exchanging messages with, like AIM and that shit. So we started doing AIM, and it's like, oh. I really like you kind of shit that comes out. I'm like 15 and a half at the time. I'm like, wow, some girl likes me on the internet. This is cool. And this is before I knew what, and this is going to get into later, catfishing was. So I'm like, you sent me some pictures. I sent some real pictures of me, being the naive fuck I am. Like, here's me. Here's what I look like. And she sends back some pictures of a very attractive girl. I'm like, wow, this girl's really fucking cute. This girl's really attractive. Like, it'd be great if I could meet her. And then it's like, I basically begged my dad. I'm like, oh, this girl's so beautiful. I want to go up there. I want to stay there for like 2 weeks. My dad's like, you ever met her before? You ever seen anything to prove that's her? And I'm like, I know it's her. I've talked to her so many hours. We spent countless hours on the phone. I'm like, I know it is true love. My dad's like, okay, well, you can go up there, but you can only stay for a week, and I have to talk to her parents. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so I tell her, I'm like, oh, I'm going to come see you. It's going to great. My dad's going to buy me a plane ticket. I'm going to meet you. Our love is finally going to happen. We're so in love with each other, and it's so wonderful, and it's so beautiful, and it's so great. So we arrange a call. The parents talk. It's great. I'm going to go, and she was from Massachusetts. And I'm like, so I'm going to go up there and meet my true love, which is like,
sweet.
So at the time, I think the picture sent me was like Hillary Duff. She's kind of like a look-alike to that. It was like, wow, she's super attractive. She's really... it's just really beautiful. I'm just going to meet this girl, and it's going to be great. So I go up there. I do the 2 flights. I have to do a connecting flight. I do all that bullshit. I get to Massachusetts. I forget what airport it was. I think it was near Massachusetts. I think the airport was like at another state, but that was the closest airport, one of those deals, because it's the Northeast. I go and I get my bag. I get out there, and I shit you not, a girl that's like, looks nothing like the picture. It's like 260 pounds walks up to me.
Oh, shit.
It's like, Scott. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And I wasn't sensible. I said, like, at the time I actually went there, I was like 16. I wasn't sensible enough to realize, you know what I need to do? I need to go walk up to the Delta counter and go, I made a terrible mistake. I need the first flight home. What do I do? Do I need to sleep in a fucking airport? Tell me what I have to do. Let's make this right. Tell them a sob story. Get on the next flight home. Maybe I can make it back to New Orleans that night.
Scotty,
no, dude. So I'm in a state of fucking shock. So what I do is I'm like, she's like, you're
How
really
ugly was she, Scotty?
Oh, dude. Maybe like a 4.
She was a 4.
A 4 or a 5.
What were the
dude.
pictures she sent you? Like 10s? 9s?
A solid 8
Solid
to
8.
9.
So she was 1/2.
Was
at
it just
best.
like before she let herself go, or was she just a total heifer?
I guess she
that
sent
picked
him like
another
pictures
picture?
of like her
Catfish,
cousin
dude.
or something.
And this is before people knew what catfishing was. This was when catfishing was a common term. Like they had made that documentary, that movie. Like no one knew what this shit was about.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So,
and at every point, like I talked to her and everything seemed cool. And this is before like people could like Skype and webcam easily. So it was like, it seemed like on the up and up. Like, oh, here's some pictures. Here's some more pictures. It turned out to actually be one of her cousins. Because I'd be like, okay, yeah, because it didn't look like model pictures. It was like, here's me out with my friends, or here's me doing this, where it looked like plausible.
Right. There
So
were
anyways,
just pictures she had.
So
of
like,
somebody
I'm
she
in a
knew.
state of shock. And if you ever seen the show like The Sopranos, I'm like having like a Tony Soprano like panic. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, the room is spinning. I don't know what to do. So like, my dad's here. You're gonna pick us up. I'm like, well, maybe this can be okay. Because at that point, also, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to go back and tell TJ and my dad like I was had. So I'm like, I'll go through with it. Maybe it's not so bad. So we get into her dad's like stoner 70s van. I kid you not. He's all like, well, Scott, nice to meet you. Get in the back. Like, doesn't give a shit at all. Like, doesn't care. Like,
gets fucking murdered.
not perturbed even in the slightest. Like, doesn't give a fuck.
Jesus.
We get in the back. She's like, let's make out. I'm like, Dad, be disrespectful to your parents. Like, they don't care. I'm like, I do not want to disrespect your father. The whole time, this woman's trying to she's about the same age as me. Trying to shove her fucking tongue down with her, trying to grab my fucking dick. I'm like, this is super. I have virtually no sexual experience. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what's going on? I don't really know about this. I mean, thankfully, her parents were there for a couple days, so we eventually get back to her house.
So wait, the second you got in that station wagon,
Van.
you've committed to be
there for a week.
You're a week. You got to be there for a week now.
Fuck me, dude.
How
That's
the fuck
crazy.
did you survive?
There's no turning around.
There's no way. I would
like,
never have gone
Well, part of
through
my
it.
mind, too, was there's some more naivety. It was like, maybe, like, you know, maybe looks don't matter. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe it's like personality. And I discovered with myself that was not true at all. But, so we get back to her house, and like, she's trying like constantly to kind of like, we should fuck now. We should do this. And I'm all like, I am not in the mood. So probably about 3 or 4 days in, like, she had an annoying little brother. He was gone doing bullshit with his friends. Her parents were gone. And this surprisingly gave such a little fuck about me being there. Just like, well, you're here. Who cares? I'm going to go smoke pot in the back now. Like, her parents didn't give a shit. And it's like, it's like maybe like 6, like, maybe that's 6 o'clock, but it's like maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And she's just like, pretty much like, I'm going to have you now. Like, she just starts vigorously sucking my dick. It's like, vigorously, like I'm asleep. And she's like,
So wait, you're sleeping, and she just comes up to you and starts
Dude,
sucking
Scotty
on the
was
dick.
raped.
dude,
That is
Scotty
rape.
was
This is
legit
rape.
raped.
What the
This
fuck?
this is rape by every standard.
So far, so
Because
rapey.
she lied to get him there.
Yep.
She pretty much kept him captive.
With
For
her
a week.
dad.
He
there.
he rejected her advances on numerous occasions, and then he's laying there asleep.
well, no, we're sleeping in bed together. Like, 'cause I had to stay in her bed. There's nowhere else for me to stay.
There's nowhere else for
it
you
was
to
a small
sleep.
house. They were pretty poor. Like, and she starts going to town on my fucking dick, starts sucking my dick, and I'm like, well, my dick is being sucked. Let me just close my eyes.
So you start just pretending it's something better's happening.
And then it's like she has a condom, and I'm like, you know what? I'm already here. I'm just gonna do it. And it was fucking terrible, dude. It was terrible. She smelled bad. It was gross,
shit.
dude.
Wait, no, describe the smell. Describe the smell.
Oh, dude, like, just like, oh god, how would you describe it? Very pungent body odor.
Ugh.
Like she had a lot, like she was decently fat, where she had like those rolls. So it smelled really fucking bad. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I did not come the first time I had sex.
You faked it?
Oh yeah, dude. At a certain point, I was like maybe 10, 20 minutes in. I'm just like, I have to end this, and I'm like, oh,
You faked the nut.
it was so
Yeah.
amazing. You were amazing. I remember actually after that, me and she had a conversation on AIM because like she was supposed to come back down with me. I'm like, TJ.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, what a drag that her name was Fawn. As my dad said afterwards, Spawn. We'll get into that.
Hold on, I want to tell that part.
Okay, you can tell that part. I'm like, me and Fawn, unfortunately, will not be able to come down because of Dad being a dick. And she just like, okay.
Oh, that's right, because it was supposed to be, they were going to do 1 week
Oh, and then she was
with
going
her,
to come.
and then she was supposed to come back with him.
Mississippi, yeah.
But he wasn't going to bring that porker back to Mississippi,
No. So Scotty wrote me on AIM and shit, and he was like, yeah, her dad's being a dick, and he just doesn't want her to come, unfortunately. Or
Well,
some
no,
shit.
I just say our dad was.
Our
being a
dad
dick.
was being a
yeah,
dick,
because
yeah.
her dad was fine with it. He's like, yeah, that's great. Go on. I'm like, no. I'm like, and it was just awkward and terrible. And then I got
So
back
how many
down.
times did you have to fuck her? Just 2 or 1?
I think I
or-
did it twice.
Twice.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe the first time was just like nerves, or maybe it's just like I'm being too picky. And I was like, no, she's just
Or maybe
horrible.
it's the fact that you were lied to and deceived at every
And
turn.
raped.
Yeah, and scared shitless. And like,
Oh, you know
What if like you were lured out there and you got fucking kidnapped and held for
Well,
ransom?
no, it was obvious. It was like there was legitimately like she had a family and that stuff. That was like obvious from like the interactions I had with her. I wasn't worried about that, but it was just like
Okay.
I was just totally deceived, like at every turn. And then like I remember getting back, and then she like called me the next day. She's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "You are a fucking lying sack of shit." It's like I had to hold this in the entire week I was there at your house. Like you lied to me about everything. Your looks. You lied to me about your fucking personality. You lied to me about your family. You lied to me about this. You lied to me about that. You've literally lied about everything. Like, why would I want to do everything to do with you? But I love you. And I'm like, I don't love you, bitch. I hope you die in a fire. Bye. Then my dad and teacher were kind of like, so, Scotty. And I'll let you take it
Oh
over
yeah,
from
yeah.
here.
So this is I think this story bears repeating from my perspective, dude. So for months, dude, Scotty's like talking to this girl Fawn all the time. Dude, I love Fawn. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my god, look at this picture of Fawn.
I was such a
dude.
sap, dude.
She's so hot. Oh man, I would talk to her all the time, and it's so great.
catfished, dude.
And then Scotty, and we get to the point where Scotty's going out there, and the plan is he's going to go out there for a week, and she's going to come back. And me and Scotty kind of keep touch a little bit. I mean, I'm mostly just like, well, Scotty's over there getting laid. Let him enjoy his time. You know?
Oh God, I wish we would have interrupted more at that point.
And so yeah, we got to the point where it was like 3 or 4 days in, and Scotty writes me, and he's like, I think he kind of like, I don't remember if he outright told me everything then on the AIM, but he's like, I don't want her to come back, and you got to arrange all this. And I'm like, okay. I go to Dad, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's going well. He's like, fun turned out to be spun.
Dude.
Scotty, I got a question.
And then I'm going to skip forward to when we pick Scotty up from the airport.
Oh God, dude.
So we pick him up from the airport, and it's real quiet.
Oh fuck, dude, I was trolled so bad, dude.
It's real quiet in the car.
I remember this too.
And my dad's like, "What? Do you remember exactly what he said?"
I'll let you tell.
I don't remember exactly. I'm just gonna kind of paraphrase it, but it's like
my memory's kind of hazy, maybe.
he's like, "So, how was it?" Scotty's just like, "It was fine. It was good." I see. So, Spawn turned out to be Fawn. Fawn turned out to be Spawn, eh?
Oh, dude, then my dad just
Tell me every juicy detail.
My dad, it's like 70 miles.
And we just
the airport.
through the,
it was 70
Yeah,
miles
it was
of
a
being
long
fucking
drive to the airport, and through that drive, we extracted all the information we could.
Oh man.
And at first, I mean, like, and Scotty was reticent to give away details, and we were like, "So how fat was she?" Like, I don't know, maybe like 200. It's like, come on, Scotty, how fat was she really? I don't know, man. She was like 260. I mean, she was pushing 300 pounds, dude. She was like a fucking ball.
Dude, that's fucking
It hurt
awesome.
when she fucked me. I
It was awful, dude.
She was like a demon. She was horrible. Nothing about her personality was redeeming. She made me do all these horrible things.
Wow, dude. That's fucking fantastic. That's a great virginity story.
It is,
man.
isn't it?